start getting into spaces where you're not really trying to be seen. You're just trying to be really nice on that slope there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a I want to be seen. It's more of a like look in the sky. But I want to get to where I want to get. You know what I'm saying? So when you try to be loud, then going into that line, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool too. But if you're trying to be stately, then going into maybe or my mind or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's not visible. I'm saying that it doesn't grab his attention, but it's almost like they gon' the kids is gonna want to take a picture with him. The grown folks, you got the scars on his eyes. That's the guy. Yeah, man, it's really nice, especially black basketball. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all listening in. And I'll lots of opening days is here. Tropicana getting torn down. Grand Prix is here. You know what I'm saying? F1 racing. Raiders Stadium is secure is better than the night, so it's actually awesome. It's actually on the other side of the strip, on the side where New York's. It's not on that side. It's across Las Vegas. I haven't got a chance to check out the show here yet, simply because I'm out here for business. I'm working to take care of business so much. I've been getting out and about, but I haven't had the opportunity to actually do a show there. See a show. So it's pretty interesting. So shout out to you, Big Friend Brown. I appreciate you. So I'll be back in a few minutes tomorrow morning for all that. Make sure that y'all tune out. Let's read about it tonight. We got an episode that's going to be tonight.
custody. Follow-up hearing is set for November 1st. That's the question I'm asking. We all asking.
Why her? What did she do? And residents got reignited safety concerns here and across the city for letter carriers. Her colleagues are hoping that new legislation could bring some improvements. We'll have much more on that coming up at 6. We're now live in Roseland, Megan, CBS News.
I think that people keep trying to make sense of something that's not. You can't make sense of something that's not sense. Monsters don't negotiate. Monsters are not trying to convince you and make sense of it. They don't think and be like, oh man, I don't want to take this person's life because I'm thinking about their family. You know what they do? Monsters do what monsters do. They kill people over nothing. They run to a different state. They never thought about what the consequences was going to be for the family or for themselves. And so that's why monsters go on. It's almost like jealousy. Like it's truly this rage that something that they'll never be able to understand. So, all you can do is break your brain trying to make sense instead of trying to control it and lock monsters up. Talk about 50, meaning that the monster begat a monster. It was somebody else that had and raised that monster, and they probably were trying to protect it. And you trying to make sense of evil. You'll never be able to make sense of evil, ever. In addition to that, right? Staying in Chicago, people are debating whether or not shot spots, right? We know that crime is down. We're going to figure it out. No, it's up. And one of the people was a 19-year-old woman or girl that was murdered in Chicago. They didn't even discover her body until way when a neighbor was walking a dog and this sabbatical walking on the body and it so happened to be a 19-year-old girl. And one of the things that's at the forefront of this is, well, at the same time, Brandon Johnson just recently signed a $100 million new contract. In addition to the contracts that he's already paid, almost $1 billion that they've already spent on migrant crisis. But yet they took away ShotSpotter, which helps the police department and helps the residents safe by being able to identify when crime is taking place, for them to be able to sort through because they already short themselves police officers. So this is causing a ripple effect in Chicago. Residents and legislators are debating over why Brandon Johnson, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, uses executive action to be able to take away ShotSpotter.
Well, decommissioning of the city's ShotSpotter system is being blamed for the death of a woman over the weekend on the southeast side. Victim's family, as well as a Chicago alderman, believe the woman stood a greater chance of being found alive, and the city had to cancel that system.
WGN's Dan Revick is in City Hall, joining us now with more on this story. Dan.
The family of Sierra Evans is busy planning her funeral, also a vigil that will be held tomorrow night. They've already voiced concerns over the extended amount of time it took for her body to be discovered, and city aldermen are now also weighing in on the loss of ShotSpotter. The family of 19-year-old Sierra Evans and 6 years speaking out in tragedy. They feel they've been wounded and ShotSpotter has still been active near the scene of her murder.
If you remember that there was a ShotSpotter in that area, so he reached out to Sound Thinking and said, hey, is there still a ShotSpotter there, and did it ping, although it's not attached to the police department anymore? And they did their due diligence, and yes, it did, and it pinged at 12:56 a.m.
Evans' body found in an alley in the 9500 block of South Avenue N in the East Side neighborhood 9 hours later near Claudia Romo's yard on Saturday morning.
That comes to show that we should not take anything like that off. It should be more instead of less. You never know when it's going to happen. People that want to kill people are paying attention to stuff like that.
I mean, it's terribly unfortunate when there's any loss of life, especially a young life. As we think about ShotSpotter, there were a number of us who had concerns about it being the best deal for the city, the best product for the city.
Alderman Andre Vasquez, who has been vocal against ShotSpotter and Sound Thinking parent company, feels the city is now in a vulnerable position.
If we knew that we were looking to remove ShotSpotter, we should have had a task force in place, a request for proposal, a competitive bid to identify what comes next, so you don't have any gap in between services.
But at least TPD would have been on the scene and CFD would have been there, whatever, to try to save her.
As the family grieves, we learned of yet another shooting less than a mile away at 2 o'clock this morning. A man shot in the chest, now in critical condition.
And just like they saw something happen, they feel comfortable about going back and shooting again.
I just want to know, like, why? Why this happening? The family did.
But listen, it ain't even nothing. Let's go. There's nothing else to talk about. It's blame to go around for everybody. It's blame to go around for the culture and how bad and toxic it is. It's blame to go around to the mayor and the legislators for actually defunding the police and defunding tools for the police, all at the same time supporting migrant crisis. It's blame to go around for the residents to basically advocate and vote for the people that's removing the tools to keep y'all safe. Y'all voted for Brandon Johnson. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that. This is not new. You voted for your own demise. I don't feel sorry for Chicago. I don't feel sorry for Oakland. I don't feel sorry for New York. When they came in and they let all of these migrants and they worked with the Democratic Party, and y'all still voting for these people. We got a presidential election right now where people are sitting there telling me, well, you know what? I'm not even going to vote because it don't even matter. And one of the people that told me that was one of the very people that's living in Chicago, talking about how they complaining about crime and what they legislators is doing. How you going to say that you not voting? You don't really care and you don't care to inform yourself. And then at the same time, in the same conversation, you sitting there complaining about whether or not they removing certain things from your neighborhood and why they should. You can't complain about something that you got the power to control. And it ain't just the legislators. The legislators is a reflection of the people. If I see bad legislators, if I see bad people in office that's governing over you, whether it's the governor, the mayor, the city council, or whatever, they are a reflection of the people that voted for them. You reap what you sow. The seeds that you sow, it either is going to bring some thorns or it's going to bear fruit. That's just the reality. Stop complaining about something that you got control over. And last but not least, the Bronx. Crime is rising in the Bronx. Check it out.
Even though murders have gone down in the 48th and 52nd precincts, they have more than doubled in the 46th precinct. Shooting incidents have increased in all three of them.
It's hard.
A shot to the head instantly killed more than doubled in the 46th precinct. Shooting incidents have increased in all three of them.
It's hard.
A shot to the head instantly killed every premises 49-year-old Tessa just steps away from his home. He's running 7th Street and Mason Avenue in the Bronx Sunday.
Look, I was in Chile.
36-year-old Herman Gale, sources tell us Georgia's life. This charged with murder and criminal possession of a weapon. Friends and family say they did each other. Six-year-old Herman Gale, sources tell us Georgia's life. This charged with murder and criminal possession of a weapon. Friends and family say they did each other.
So, instead of people walking away,
The White House put pressure on U.S. policy.
The Bible is standing by words. Some campaign trail, they always think they say something to me. Rich people say this. Insane rhetoric. Beautiful. Then ain't fixing about the problem. It's about problem coming in and pushing to the United States of America and capitalism to work effectively if you do it the right. Everybody in America, fast food workers, support workers, are going to say, "Oh, I deserve it.